y'all imagine if Otis left the Temptations? Y'all, I be giving Big Dick Otis the business. You hear me? I be giving him the what for. But I'm telling you, they would not have the longevity they have had if it was not for Otis. Bugs, hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tip your favorite narrator via Cash App at $NAROB on YouTube. And if you are not already a part of this book club, please hit the Patreon link below and or the join button here on the YouTube, and for a small monthly fee of $5, you babies, yes you, can be privy to all the shenanigans before the YouTube gets it, if the YouTube gets it. Now, y'all, this is our last week of the Marvelettes. Remember, every Saturday we upload a chapter or so of the book Bling. That's the Erica Kennedy book that exposes the industry. Now, I can't tell you what time it'll be uploaded. I just know that when I wake up, feed the dogs, talk to my sister, get settled in, and eat a little something, I read and then I upload. Okay, so if you all haven't checked out the Bling playlist yet, why don't y'all go on over there and do it? It's a pretty cool book. It's fictional based on fact. We be over there trying to figure out which character is who. Okay, now, like I said, this is the final week of the Marvelettes by Mark, what is his name? Taylor. The Marvelettes released Don't Mess With Bill 5 weeks before Shindig went off the air. Given that the song became a top 10 hit, it is conceivably that they would have eventually performed it on the show. The group finally caught a break with the arrival of Hullaboo, a youth-oriented rock and roll program in the same vein as Shindig that aired from January 1965 until April 11th, 1966, with reruns continuing until August 29. During Hullaboo's tenure, the Marvelettes did perform Don't Mess With Bill on the show on February 14th, 1966. Towards the end of 1966, the Marvelettes released The Hunter Gets Captured by the Game, a masterpiece written and produced by Robinson. The Hunter Gets Captured by the Game and When You're Young and in Love were the backbone of the Marvelettes' self-titled LP, released March 6, 1967. The Marvelettes suffered a huge blow in 1967 when Gladys left the group. She had married Sammy Coleman, ex-trumpeter for Joe Tex, and was expecting her first child. Having been orphaned, she chose to settle down and have a proper home and family life, as opposed to trying to balance motherhood with life as an entertainer. That's why I say to myself, I don't know how you mammies do it. I just don't understand how women, and I know you like women been doing it for years, but I don't know how you ladies do it. It's a lot to work and be a mother. It's a lot. And don't be like, oh, we do it all the time. Bitch, listen, I know with these 2 dogs, waking up, getting myself together, feeding them, getting them dressed, well, putting a harness on, getting them in the car, that is a chore on its own. Taking them to daycare and then going in the opposite direction of my job, that shit is a lot. Working 8 hours, sometimes 10, sometimes 12, getting back in the car, driving all the way past my house to take them to the daycare that they feel most comfortable with, bringing them back in the house, feeding them. Who butt is that? And then getting ready for the next day to do it all over again. That's a lie. Oh, I do it. You do it with the help of another child. Okay? Y'all can stop all that faking. I'll be ready to kick some of y'all in the teeth for all that lying. Having been orphaned, she chose to settle down and have a proper home and family life, as opposed to trying to balance motherhood with life as an entertainer. Unfortunately, her choice was one that she would almost immediately regret. Like a fool, I left because I was having a baby, she says. I needed someone on my side to say, Gladys, don't leave this. It's not that easy outside. Maybe things would have been different for me. I got married and stayed married for maybe a year. I don't even know if I actually got married. The guy who married us wasn't even an ordained minister. My child was born with cerebral palsy. Oh, my nephew got that. Knowing that her child has CP, I still don't think she should have stayed with the group unless she had a strong support system at home. Because having a CP child, you need to be there and you need to be present. And you need to work with your child if you do not have a strong support. Y'all, if you have a child with special needs and you live in the DMV area, check out that place called Kennedy Krieger. Many critics have downplayed the impact of Gladys's leaving the Marvelettes. Given that Wanda was now singing lead on all the A-sides, the change went unnoticed on vinyl. However, the departure of Gladys created a domino effect that caused the group to unravel. At Motown, the Marvelettes were considered Gladys's group, no matter who sang lead on A-side. Once Gladys left, Wanda apparently felt that since she was the primary lead singer, she should now have control of the group. Could y'all imagine if Otis left the Temptations? Y'all, I be giving Big Dick Otis the business. You hear me? I be giving him the what for. But I'm telling you, they would not have the longevity they have had if it was not for Otis. Once Gladys left, Wanda apparently felt that since she was the primary lead singer, she should now have control of the group. Also, at this time, her involvement in drugs were beginning to escalate beyond recreational use. Catherine recalls the situation. Gladys worked quite a while during her pregnancy, and of course she was showing. That wasn't a thing that Motown wanted. It wasn't okay for that time. I asked her if she was going to be coming back after she had the baby. She would have to hire somebody to take care of her son. She said no, that she would not be coming back. I was really hurt because it seemed like the group was falling apart. When Gladys was there, there was a balance. When she wasn't there, there wasn't one, because of the fact that it was me and Wanda, the junkie. She didn't say junkie, I said junkie. Things would have been different had Gladys stayed. Success went more to Wanda's head. It may have gone to Gladys's head, but she held her composure. Wanda did not hold her composure. Gladys had everything going. She seemed to be more down to earth than Wanda. Wanda was the kind who wanted attention. If she didn't get it, she would just go about things haphazardly. It was the same thing with drugs. She went about drugs haphazardly. She got involved with Buga sugar. She was doing weed, ... No one knew about the dangers of drugs. It was just trial and error. I'm not going to pretend to be holier than thou. I had smoked weed, as we all have. But then my thing was, I didn't want anything to control me. And I knew that if you got some bad shiz, it would control you. I decided that while I was out there, I made a decision that I didn't want that because there were too many things I had to stay on top of. Word. That's why I don't get high no more. And I know you're like, Nate, stop comparing weed to hard drugs. Depending on your use, weed can be a hard drug. Single moms, y'all deserve a joint every day when you get home from work and when you send them kids upstairs to sleep. Okay, I believe it or I understand it. But when you smoking 3, 4, 5 blunts a day because you just got times on your hands and the house is a mess, the baby got poo in his diaper and you just saying, get away from me, and hollering upstairs to the oldest girl to change the baby diaper because you down here smoking your blunt and drinking your wine, that's a concern. So weed can be a concern too. It depends on your usage. I had smoked weed, as we all have, but then my thing was I didn't want anything to control me. And I knew that if you got some bad shiz, it would control you. I decided that while I was out there, I made a decision that I didn't want that because there were too many things I had to stay on top of. With me having to stay on top of different things, it was more important for me to take care of business and to stay on top of things than to let drugs get the best of me. Word. I ain't saying I ain't had my weak moments, but looking back on things, you can't do the things that you need to do while you're high. Wanda did not do that. She began to take anything to get high. The more she got high, the more she wanted to get high. Wanda was a real sweetheart. It's just that drugs and alcohol destroyed her. One time when we were working at the 20 Grand, Gladys Knight and the Pips came through to see us. Before Wanda even spoke to them, when they came in to see how we were doing, she asked them for some Buga sugar. I just felt really, really strong about that. Whatever you do it if that is your thing, but still you have to respect other people. I'm a firm believer. You don't let everybody know what you're doing. I asked them that before she even spoke to them. And so then I knew we're going downhill from there. Unlike the departure of Wanda and Georgiana, where the Marvelettes continued on without adding a new member, Catherine and Wanda were now forced to bring in a replacement to fill that third spot. Depending on what was at stake, Motown's hierarchy would take an active role in the personnel changes of its female groups. When Annette Beard left Martha and the Vandellas at the end of 1963 to ensure the health of her unborn baby, Berry Gordy quickly filled her spot with Betty Kelly, then of the Marvelettes. At the time, Martha and the Vandellas were Motown's top female group and were preparing to go out on tour. And of course, Gordy would be personally involved in every aspect of bringing in Cindy Birdsong to replace Florence in the Supremes in the spring of 1967. The Marvelettes would not have it as easy. It would appear that Catherine and Wanda would have their pick of the litter of female artists aspiring to be part of a hit singing group. However, Motown did not consider it a priority to fill Gladys's spot. Also, Catherine and Wanda admittedly were not proactive in finding replacements. After a short hiatus, the Marvelettes brought in Anne Bogan to replace Gladys. A native of Cleveland, Anne had a group, the Challenger 3, which recorded for Harvey Fuqua's Tri-Fi label in 1961 and 62. When Fuqua's labels were absorbed into the Motown fold in 1963, and became a Motown artist. Prior to joining the Marvelettes, Ann's most notable Motown achievement was singing lead on the Adante's 1964 release, Like a Nightmare, the only Motown single to bear their name as the primary artist. It was a couple of months before we found a replacement for Gladys, but it seemed like it took forever, said Catherine. Oh, my sinuses, y'all. Oh, my God. I am struggling. But anyway, let me move forward. This is what's happening with the group right now. So you only have Wanda the Junkie and Catherine. Catherine then already said that's not her judge. She ain't trying to take no part in the recreational because she got shit to do, especially because the only other member in the group is a stone cold one. Catherine notices that when a member needs to be replaced in a group, Motown is on top of it. Or at least every girl group, Motown is on top of it. Because if you ask me, Motown is very, very misogynistic. Because when it came down to the guy groups, I don't believe that Berry Gordy had his foot or his thumb on Otis Williams' back. Like he trusted Otis to come in there and replace his own guys or to find his own guys. Whereas with the women, you know, Berry Gordy will come in and be like, oh, here go your new friend. I didn't pick her. Don't matter. I picked her. That's your new friend. Until I say she ain't your new friend no more, that's your new friend. With the Marvelettes, it was only two of them there. Catherine states that she believed that Motown did not jump in to replace Gladys because they wanted the group to disband. They wanted the group to get fed up and be like, this is not working. It speaks volumes to me. Like they were not trying to throw them away because, you know, Berry Gordy has a loyalty with certain artists. But I believe that he was hoping, like all ninjas do, that they would just go away on their own. Like hoping that, okay, they not fitting to go out here and be no duo. Hopefully, because the originator is gone, maybe they'll just dissipate on their own. So let me just turn my head and close my eyes and hope for the best. That speaks volumes to me. He don't fuck with y'all. He don't fuck with y'all. He don't like you. He don't fuck with y'all. He don't fuck with y'all. He got other stuff he gotta do, and you ain't it. The first Post-Gladys single issued by the Marvelettes was My Baby Must Be a Magician, again written and produced by Smokey Robinson. Oh, my life.